Now we are live, 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 live. We are live. Yeah, I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I wish you
Thank you,
happy
my
Christmas as
beautiful
well.
sister. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your tenacity.
Mhm.
I want to really, really appreciate you big time. I knew the other time we sat down like this and you poured your mind to me, which was supposed to go to every one of us. I don't know how tech unsavvy I was, and everything just ended that I could not bring out your voice. I was just hearing my voice.
Oh,
And in my head, I was recalling all the discussions we had, how helpful it could have been to the people. But here you are with all humility and the spirit to help. You are back here so that you can share your experiences with our people. Thank you so very much, Chisom. You've been such a lovely and amiable soul. Thank you very much. You have my
you're
respect.
welcome. You're welcome.
And Merry Christmas again in
Thank you.
arrears. Happy Boxing Day.
Oh yeah, we really boxed.
Happy New Year in
We
advance.
boxed. We boxed ourselves with love. Playing on
Yeah.
TikTok and stuff. Family
Thank
bonding
you,
time.
the joiner.
Yeah.
Someone has joined us already. They popped in and rushed out. Hopefully, we have some people to be here with us soonest. Now, what we will be discussing today is how your walk through care home went. There has been loads of things happening in the UK care home, but you happen to be one of the very blessed ones who have gone to the care homes. You survived there, and you did not just survive, you exist. You existed, and you are still existing in their mind that they cannot do without you. Despite that people are having serious issues, pain related issues, issues that have taken some people to cool off their feet somewhere, here you are shining brighter like an Amazon that you have always been. And we can only appreciate you for who you have been consistently. The knowledge you used there, the skills you used, the tenacity you displayed when you were there, the wisdom God endowed you with to work with when you were there, that you actually won the heart of the people there, were the reasons I felt, oh, you will be the best person to bring on this platform, on a forum like this, to talk with our people. How can they wade through that deep river, the deep rivers of United Kingdom care homes? How can they wade through and they will not drown? How can they go through the fire and the brimstones there in the UK care homes or nursing homes, whichever one, and they will not be burnt? And that is why you are here. So, Chisom, please let my people know who you are. Everything about you, oh. How hardworking you are. I know you are quite hardworking. How lovely you are. I know you are really amiable. How wise you are. I know God has endowed you with enough wisdom. How you've been rolling everything, and everything seems like, oh, like if you do the juju, you do the jazz. Yeah, I know it's not jazz, it's grace, but then we need all those things because people really need to learn the skills to be able to do very well, so that we not have people falling around with depression, frustration, people dropping their jobs and deciding to go back to, for whatsoever reasons that they could actually be helped. Thank you, Shizum. Welcome on board. Tell us who you are. Tell us about yourself, your career journey so far.
Hello guys. Um First of all, thanks so much for giving me this platform. It's a very fabulous opportunity to, say my truth, to air my opinion. My opinion must not really go down with everybody's situation, but at least my opinion might help someone today or out there. And then I'll start with saying Merry Christmas to everyone. We're still in the spirit of Christmas. And I'm wishing everyone a prosperous new year. To 2024, we'll do it again. We still pray
Thank
that God will
you.
be with us at every corner, every junction of our life. At whatever junction that we need to make a decision, may He help us. May He be there for us.
Thank you.
So welcome, family, to this platform again. So my name is Chisom Olisa Mrs. So I'm a nurse. I'm a proud mother of four cuties. I'm a
Wow.
wife, and I'm a hardworking lady.
I know.
Yeah. So I came into the shores of United Kingdom. That was some 4 years plus ago. I think I would say 2019. Yeah. So I came to the care home. So now at this point, you don't have any choice. What you need is any employer that will bring you legitimately into the UK. At this point, you're not saying, I'm going to the NHS, I'm going to the care home. What you need is to come in first, you know. Yeah. So then when you come in, depending on a lot of things, you can start making your decisions from where you find yourself, right? So for my likes, I found myself in the care home. So when I got my pay, I got employed. I was employed in the care home. Meanwhile, they brought me to the UK, and then I was employed, and then I started working. But then before I started working, a lot happened. My first employer, we had this ish contract with coming to pass your English and then getting your pin, you know, almost. Let me laugh in Swahili. This thing wanted to claim my future. You wanted to claim my life. I wrote IELTS. We got punished IELTS for me. It would be another a decision for another platform, But then again, it was just God working in the background for me anyway, you know. Until finally I passed, I moved on to the next employer, still in the care home because I needed to still go to where I could swiftly adjust what I'm used to. That was the care home. So when I went into this care home, first I had to move to a very cost-effective area in the north of England, to where I could manage with four children. I have a bunch,
Four children. Four
yeah. But
children.
when I was living down south, as far back as 2019, I was living in a two-bedroom house. It was 800 quid. And then coming to the north, I'm paying for three-bedroom house, I'm paying less than £700. So you could see the difference. So I came down north and then I got employed as well into a care home. So before I actually got into this care home, it's a massive home. In fact, it's a center. I won't just say care home. It's a center. They equally render care to people with disabilities, not just people with dementia and stuff like that. So it's a proper it's a very big home. I was just, asking myself, how do I blend in? How do I blend in? How do I make myself likable? I think it was in the Google that I saw that the first thing to do is to show how hardworking you are. Every team wants new members to be hardworking. So before you're able to integrate yourself into a new platform, wherever you find yourself, you have to be hardworking. You don't have to be lazy. Watch how you walk, like walk, WALK. Watch how you walk. Maintain a very fast pace when you're walking. Because people in this country, I would say the Oyibos, I'm not trying to be racial, right? They are very fast when they're walking. So you can't come and join them and you're slow, you're staggering when you're walking.
They are fast, to be fair.
Do you get? Yes. So I remember even those days in Nigeria that when you want to get into the school of nursing, those school of nursing days, I remember I did one interview then before I got into the university. You're even being assessed on how you walk. When I say walk, I mean WALK,
Mm.
right?
How
Yeah.
smart you walk.
How smart you walk. So you have to watch how you walk, especially when you're new to a place. Because just like saying first impression matters, so your first impression, your first attitude is going to matter. It's going to take you, it's going to go a long way in either winning the heart of the employer, your employers, and even the staff you're going to meet there. Right? And then
Yeah.
be jovial. Don't go and form act like I'm not talking to anybody here. I don't want anybody to know anything about me. If you say this thing, they'll take you and go and report. No. Go with, and I went in there with a very open mindset. You know, my second name is hard work anyway. I was working very, very hard. And as God will have it, I got loved so much. You know, my manager loves me up to today. So that went a long way to protect me. She told me, Chisom, I will protect you. Yeah. And it's not everyone that gets such word when they're in the care home. Because you're just the only nurse there, probably on your shift. So you're very prone to make mistakes that will cause still your pain. So depending on your relationship with your manager, when I say relationship, it doesn't mean that they're going to hide any mistake that you made that might jeopardize other people, patients. No, but I mean when they see that you're a very honest person and somebody who is willing to show remorse when you do things, they tend to like you. You know, yes. So you engage with the staff, laugh with the staff, joke with them while you're being very hardworking. At times it might want to look like they want to use you. They will call you for shift even when it's not convenient. At times just playing. We shouldn't bring our sense all the time. You get? So at times just playing, they call you for shift even though it's not convenient. They know it's not convenient for you. And you're coming. You're being useful. If you're useless, nobody's calling you. But it's only when you're useful that they will call you. I have 4 children. I was managing myself alone because my husband was there to join me as at that time. So it was myself alone. I was managing, So I know at some point when my manager had to even come take my children to school just for me to, come to work and stuff like that. But these are things that make people like you when you've come to save them from a very tight corner. So they
That
have a way of
they can
reciprocating
always
the gesture.
bank on you.
Yeah, they have a way of reciprocating that. Like if it's just someone on shift, I'm fine. Like you get. Even the carers, you help them. So because we have different job outlines doesn't mean that you see a carer struggling, especially when they put you on a shift with one carer and yourself. I mean, you're not leaving that carer alone. You're going to help the carer. That is one of the jobs in care home, whether you like it or yes. They have to like you. Before they like you, you're showing hard work. That's the hard work. You're showing empathy. You're showing teamwork. You're going to them. You're going to say, just call me if you need me. Do you need me to help you with anything? They love it. They feel like you're part of them. You're looking out for their well-being as well. That is when you start engaging with each other, bonding. I mean, if carers love you in a care home, nothing will happen to you as a nurse.
Nothing go
In
move
fact,
you.
in fact, the first people to make friends with in the care home is the carers. And how do you do that? It's to show them that you're for them. You're not being mumu. Like they're not using you. Just let's be calming down first. Okay, you stoop to conquer. When you show that humility, then you will marry it around with every other thing. They know when you're busy. They know when you're doing your other nursing stuff. Because if they want to look out for you, that is when they'll be telling you everything happening to the residents. A carer can make or marry you in the care home.
Yeah.
They tell you
they are,
yeah.
they are like the CEOs.
Yeah, they're like the CEOs. So it's like when you're forming the head, they're the neck. It's only when they will turn that your own head will follow and turn. It's
They
only when
turn you everywhere.
they turn someone around and notice something that they will tell you, so they will escalate to you. If they don't escalate to you, you can't do nada. And it will still come back to you when something comes out of it. Do you get? And they know
Yeah.
who they do it to. They will protect you by telling you things that you need to know on time so that you can act on them. Do you get what I mean? So that was how I was able to navigate myself in the care home. I was part of the team. Were there days that I felt like I needed to quit? Yes. Because in the care home, you meet gossip. Oh my God. Like you hear gossip about yourself, you'll be wondering, really? Yeah, you yourself, you're shocked about what you heard about yourself. But that is by the way. I mean, don't take it it's not too personal. You get? All of us, they gossip about each other. Like it's normal thing. It's normal thing. You get? So it's not too personal. So yourself, if you notice anything escalate as well, don't go and say, well, I'll leave it. We were just doing it like that. Everybody was going into the manager's office. You need to bond with your manager as well. So I really,
How
really,
how
I
do you
really, really
bond with your
enjoyed my stay in the
manager?
care home. So have I made mistakes while I was in the care home? Yes. I've made a mistake. When can I even remember when I made what I made? When immediately I told my manager, she told me what to do. Just write, do an incident report. I mean, do reflection. If it's a safeguarding issue, to be safeguarded. It's not personal. They're not coming after your pain. But it's different from working in a toxic area.
Hmm.
So it's different from working in a toxic area. So when you see yourself in a toxic environment, your spirit of discernment will tell you you're not fine here.
Hmm.
And I encourage us, please, always notice when you have overstayed your welcome.
Hmm.
So when you've tried to be very hardworking, when you try to bond with people, not to like isolate yourself from every other person, when you've done everything you're supposed to do as a good staff, and you're still getting the I'm not accepted kind of vibe, the way they escalate things unnecessarily when it's your own case, start low key looking for another place.
Hmm.
It might be God. At times, God, when it's time to grow, God like God will cause some things to start happening around you, and you won't be comfortable anymore. The next thing, you're moving up. You're moving to a better place. That is you moving up according to God's plan for you. Anyway, you get what I mean? So I loved it while I worked in the care home. I didn't leave the care home because I was going to lose my pain. I didn't leave the care home because where I worked wasn't toxic to me. It might be to another person, but to me personally, I had a very good relationship with them. In fact, the day I attended my resignation, my manager was shocked. My manager was like, how did we go from seeing you all smiley the other day to resignation letter? What happened? Like, what can I do for you? Is there anything I can do to make this stop? And I said, I feel it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to grow. I needed to be in the NHS because at some point I started to feel redundant. I started to feel like I just come and do things ordinarily someone who doesn't have a pain can do. I wasn't seeing myself anymore as a nurse. I come back home, I query myself, what have you gone to do? You've gone to give medication. I mean, senior carer can give medication.
Hmm.
Like, I wasn't feeling the vibe of a nurse. You get what I mean?
Hmm.
So, and NHS was the nearest place to offer me what I was looking for, skills. So I was looking for skills, I was looking for experience, I was looking for multidisciplinary environment where I will mingle with other people, where I will see other nurses, where I will meet challenges, where I will start using my scientific
Your
knowledge.
anatomy, physiology,
Yes,
pharmacological,
I wanted to feel like I'm a
biochemistry
nurse. Yes,
skills.
and it was only NHS that was going to offer me that. But then again, the NHS wasn't going to pay me up to what I was earning in the care home.
Hmm.
So there's always a downside to every story. So it is at this point again that I will still say, before you make any decision, make sure you're not doing it because someone else is doing that. Always use your own scenario. Some people who wanted to go to the NHS because they needed some skills and experience because of one thing or the other, probably childcare. You might be in a place where the company is offering you a very good and variable, flexible shift, such
Flexible
that you're able to
shifts.
meet your childcare needs. Please stay there. When like life is by stage, when you get to the stage where you don't really need childcare so much, then start looking for your growth. You're not stupid. You're not mumu. Do you get? So in my own case, I felt it was time for me to go to the NHS. And I wondered, I said, how am I gonna do this? Like financial wise, like being alone with 4 children. I mean, my husband supports. He sends money from Nigeria, but you know what that means. Like when he comes here, it's like almost nothing. So I mean, he told me at the end of the day, it is still better. We manage with whatever thing. We can downsize on some expenses, some unnecessary things that we do before. we can cut on that, but you really need to grow. You really need these skills. You really need this experience as a young growing nurse. So climbing on the ladder of your success as a nurse, you need to get the NHS experience as far as in this country. It's very important. And mind my words again, it depends on the variability of things. You might love your company, you might love them so much that you don't want to leave them. It's still up to you. You might not want to start down. You don't want a down pay of salary. You want to stick to where you are. But for those of us that want growth, because in the care home there is no career growth. I mean, you could even be a manager in the care home, but you're still not banded. As a manager in the care home, you could come back to NHS. You could come to NHS and you're the lowest band 5, even though you were a manager in the care home. So there is no career growth in the care home. But in NHS, there are career growth. There are lots of opportunities. I started in the care in the NHS as in the acute elderly ward. I remember my first day in shifts. God, mind you, I've practiced nursing in Nigeria for over 10, 12 years before I left. So it's not like I was a newbie. But when I came to the NHS, it was overwhelming. The ward, it's alone. the ward alone. The number of nurses there, the carers, the nursing assistants, doctors, everybody. Like it was quite intimidating. So I felt like, how am I gonna swing through? Am I sure I took the right decision at this point? Like I felt like when I closed the door, when I entered that ward, I felt like, what have I done? Like, should I go back? It was overwhelming. And then I had to even start from observation, vital signs. What? Vital signs. So why? Because the machine is a lot different from what I used to know in the care home. We use that, that tiny box thing in the care home. So we use that tiny box thing in the care home, and you can't match it. You can't match it up. So I started from there. I thought to myself, I said, Chisom, it's time to drop everything that looks like PRIDE. Drop it. Drop it. See pride. Drop it. Okay? If you want to blend in here, throw away the pride. Be as humble. Be the most humble. Wear humility as a garment. You're gonna take shit from here because, you need to struggle to blend into this type of place. I wasn't bothered, but I was very hardworking. I was very smart. I started applying the other things I did in the care home. So one, I was very smart. The way I walk, WALK. The way I walk, the way I want to help the carers, the way I want to offer, I'm offering myself to help even when I know I'm tired. The way I never wanted to sit down because I hear them gossip about another person who was as new as myself. All the time she's sitting down. They are sitting down, no. They are sitting down, no, and gossiping about someone that is new. So I hear them say those things, So it's not like that's what I would do. I needed to grab my feet first, So that was how I started. Then, good enough, they gave us a induction. So during the induction phase, I was very attentive. I learned a whole lot of things because you cannot come and tell me, yes, now you used to take blood when you're in Nigeria. Or more, that's not the same type of taking blood. It's not even the same materials. It's not even it's even under skin or you both skin. Like a lot of things can happen and you're like, you get the you need to get the confidence. So before you know it, I don't turn expert though. Before you know it, I don't handle team. Before you know it,
team leader.
Like
once they can leave the team with you, they are comfortable with you.
Before you know it, I'm blending in. And I'm feeling like when I'm coming back, I'm feeling like I'm a nurse. When I'm walking into the NHS, I feel like I'm very proud to be part of this organization. Because I'm now giving my skills. I'm now valued. Then I start charging ward. Is there another type of experience? You're answering all the calls. You're handling your carers. You're handling even the other nurse on the other team. Conflict management. You know, calling on the senior nurses side resilience when you struggle, making decisions for critical issues. I love a whole lot of things. Then I went from my ward. I joined the bank. Then I went to cardio ward. I went to A&E. I went to orthopedics. I went just everywhere, like, gastro, respiratory, surgery.
And there
I
are
became like,
different experiences everywhere
what are
to
you
add
not
to
telling me?
whatsoever you have.
Like, seriously, I now feel like that this is what I want. So at some point, am I going to get tired? Yes. But it's already an experience packed down somewhere something that I know it already. So I remember I went for an agency interview. So when I was being interviewed, skills, experiences, or more, when I rattled on my experience, me myself, I was feeling myself.
You were feeling yourself.
Like, I was feeling myself. Like, you hear what I mean? Like, I was feeling myself. So
I
I
know.
have both experiences, So it's something. So it's about doing what you love to do. So I left the care home because I needed more experience. I needed more skills to thrive in my nursing career. So I didn't really leave because it was a toxic place. However, anywhere can be toxic. Even in the ward, in the hospital setting, it can be toxic. The care home can be toxic. But however, if you see yourself in any toxic environment such that you feel threatened on your pain, start looking for another place. That's just the answer. You can't win the fight in that place. You can't win the fight in that type of situation. You get? So I have those principles. When you're giving in your best, and then when you get this pain, just carry the pain and give to God spiritually. Tell God, please see this pain. Handle them for me. I know if you handle them alone. Because there are some situations you see and see that it is God. Because nobody is perfect.
But,
Nobody is perfect. You see two things to give to God in this country: your nursing license pin and your driver's license pin. If you get your driver's license, give it to God. If you get a nursing pin, both of them, God needs to handle it for you. He needs to be your manager. Otherwise, you can't be smart enough. But at least I'm doing something that I love to do. I feel like I'm very relevant in my sector, in my career. Then
thank you.
I'm a very vibrant person as well. In fact, I love to motivate people. I think it's my ministry to motivate people. So can you imagine if I'm motivating someone? How about myself? Like, I motivate people a lot because I've passed through Shege Pro Mass in my life. Oh,
Shege Pro Max.
you get? So it's not been all rosy, but give it an attitude. Nobody actually sends. Nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to know. Look good. Because at times when you dress in a way and come to work, people look down on you without you knowing it.
Because you'll be addressed the way you dressed.
Yeah, so you'll be addressed the way you dress before they come to know the real you, that this girl has got some skills. So forget say she dey look like this. No. But when you dress like smart to work, I don't mean applying makeup to make yourself dress. No. There's what is called looking smart to come to work. Please look smart and come to work. If you're the makeup type, do a very subtle makeup and come to work. If you're not the makeup type, you're still looking smart on yourself. Iron your clothes, look fine. Wear a very good perfume. Let people ask you, what perfume are you wearing? Let them ask you that. You get? So it boosts your confidence, and you have a type of aura. So that if anything happens, okay, you could, and then another thing is, when they do something wrong to you, you're not feeling okay with it. Go on the email straight away to your manager. Go on the email. Don't say, don't worry, I'll let it slide. So, no, it will come back to you. They will use it against you tomorrow or next. Go on the email immediately. Your manager will sort it out. If she's not sorting it out, you're escalating it to the metron, to the HR, to leaving that place. Okay? So always have this at the back of your mind. Be ready to leave anytime you can. That's something I like about the hospital. You can switch words. You can request for another. Yes, you can see another word for giving up that have vacancy. You can demand to be switched. if you feel you're not very comfortable where you currently, instead of facing toxicity in that place. Yeah, I think I've really answered more than I was asked.
Yes, yes, Chisom, thank you. And while you were in it, one very brilliant friend of mine, that's Kemi. She said, I appreciate your objectivity, Chisom. God bless you.
Oh,
Kemi is
God
actually
bless you too,
one
Kemi.
very brilliant nurse. We were classmates in the university, and so when I tell you she's here,
Oh,
she's there.
oh, look
Yeah.
at me. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. You broke it down so easily and quickly, and quite amazing. The other time you told me that when you were going to the care home, you actually went to read about how
How to
to
blend
was it
in.
how to, yeah,
How to blend in. How to break into a place that you're totally new to.
okay.
The first thing to do is to project your project yourself as a hardworking personality.
Hmm.
Yeah, can actually try to exceed your limit. You're not stupid. God will be your strength. You know, you're not stupid. Do some things to show that I want to be part of you. I want to blend in. Because when you blend in, there are things we call mistake that is not actually a mistake. They'll be like, don't worry. But when you're not blended in, when you do it,
And
the
you told us that
way,
workplace aproko is part of the blending. How do you
ha,
do that it will not backfire?
there are things you just do. You be like, shaping at this simple thing. They start escalating it. They start escalating it. One other person just say it on handover. I forgot to do this. Oh, sorry. No, the other person be like, no, don't worry. No, don't bother. In mind, you be like, Shebi if it's me now. It's different things. You get somebody will do a higher thing that you feel like they should act on. They're not acting on it. Why? Because of person is blended in. So, but if they're not allowing you to blend in, before you blend into it, will just be ready to give out your family life. They'll ask you about your family. People
They
cannot
ask
deal
you
with
if you
it.
have mommy, if you have daddy, if you
You have,
have
are you
children.
married? How many children do you have? Well, he full internet for me, so no be secrets. I go people give you. You get. So I'm like, if it's that one that will make us to be friends, because me as you're asking me, I'm asking you too. So it will not make both of us to be friends today. Oh. If knowing that I'm married or not married will make us to be friends and what do this job in peace. What? I'm in. Do you get?
Go to
So
Christmas party with them. If you
go I
don't drink,
mean
don't drink.
go to Christmas party with
Mingle.
them. If you wish for you to drink a normal juice, you drink a normal juice. If you wish for you to drink alcohol, you drink alcohol. Anything you wish for you to do it. You're not stupid. It's called blending in. They're getting to know you. They like you. It's not equally easy on their own part because they themselves are trying to know you as well. It's hard to know someone that is on a very secretive corner. When you come to work, your face is all squeezed up. You know, like you're typing everything. You're all the time. They'll start fights. You can't win their fights. You cannot win their fight. Oh.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kemi. And thank you, Chisom. Now, I just want you to buttress on this. Is it true that care home nurses make more money than the NHS nurses? Is that really true?
um, Logically, I would say yes.
Okay.
But then, if we approach it objectively, it's not actually true.
Mm. So maybe you let us know which is true.
Okay? Because I won't be mentioning figures, right? But I'll give examples. So when I was in the care home, I was earning higher. But was I earning higher based on my contracted hours? So care home was going to take my life because you're always coming in. You're picking extra shift. They're wanting you to come in all the time. You're doing 5 days, you know. So they were almost like 6 days self at times. So your money obviously will be higher. But then in the NHS, in the care home, it was four days contract. So my money was obviously bigger. In the NHS, three, four. You know, so NHS was like, because you start on a very low band, so your money at that time wasn't really didn't really. So if you're giving care home over time and extra time, that extra time can give it urgency when you're in the NHS. And when you marry both of them, you see that agency money plus NHS money will equal to or even more than what you're earning in care home.
Hmm.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will be so. I can't remember anything that I was able to achieve in the care home that I've not achieved in the NHS. In fact, I
Hmm.
ball more in the NHS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you were one of those who got one very beautiful baby
I ball more in
some
the
months
NHS. Like
ago.
if you see my life when I was in the care home and compare my life now that I'm in the NHS, the difference is clear. The glow, almost my mental health. I always go on life. I party. I'm happy.
You party hard, you
Yeah.
work hard, and you
I
play
work hard.
hard.
I party hard. Do you get what I mean? So like I'm balancing my life. I
And you
cannot come
use
back now.
correct horse.
You get. So
I said you
in the care
ride
home, I
correct
was driving. What was I
horses.
driving? Same in a Citroen. I was driving a Citroen. A lovely Citroen. I miss it. But in the NHS, we don't upgrade. Enter SUV. You get. It's still NHS. Because like I've not seen anybody that said probably people that do mortgage. People in the NHS are still doing our mortgage in peace. I've not seen anything that you cannot achieve in either place. So I cannot come and use money and say, so because of money, I will stagnate myself in the care. This is a me opinion,
Yeah,
mind you.
yeah, yeah.
This is my opinion.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
So I cannot use because of money and say, let me remain in the care home. Yeah, I'm redundant. You can never compare care home staff and NHS staff. Even the way when the ambulance team they come, even the way they look at yourself, like you're one. Even the district nurses, they come on be a machine. The way they are talking to you, you know, when you want to do common, somebody have not passed away over the night, and you're calling 111. When in the NHS, you use bladder scan and know what the hell is going on in the bladder straight away. Like there's so many things. I don't like it's a meeting. So for NHS, I love the experience, I love the skills. It's something I'm willing to give up how much whatever amount of money I'm earning in the care home to. And if I objectively look at it, I actually not losing anything. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually not losing anything. I mean, I can join the bank, like I'm banking in my trust.
You said you bank like a witch. Abi, how did
Like
you
a
say it the
proper
other time?
witch. Like I'm everywhere. The senior nurse will come to Annie. Chisom, is that you? Yes. Oh, lovely to have you here. Then tomorrow, a person come to cardiology. Probably they will bleep for cardiac arrest. This will come. Chisom is there. Hey, Chisom, are you here? Yes. The surgery tomorrow. You see Chisom. Wow. And now, do you get? I about to okay for I about to like I want to use vernacular. I about to step my foot in all the words in my trust, because I'm looking for experience, I'm looking for skills. You
Hmm.
get why?
Hmm. You have really done well for yourself. Casey is here. Casey Jones, smart girl. People get fooled by the initial start pay of the care home and forget that you're already doing shifts more than NHS. Plus, when you start moving up, what then? We've
Exactly.
got this here. If you can see it, I've highlighted it for you. Thanks, Casey. Thanks for coming around. We appreciate you. If people have questions, please you can type your questions in so that Chisom can just help us to address those things.
When you
Now, I
start
know
moving up,
you.
more it's sweet because every year they send you. I've received email already. That I'm getting a step. Yeah, you get step higher. But then I think it's time for me to start looking for NHM band 6 role.
Yeah, I've
because
actually seen people that jumped
yeah,
from band 5 to 6. I mean,
even
right from
7.
5 to 7 in
Yes,
the
because there's something about
NHS.
NHS. When you start climbing towards the on that on the particular band, I mean to say, it will be very hard for you to step down to the next band, because when you're going to the next band, you're starting at the lowest level of that band. So instead of staying at a particular band and then be climbing on that band, go to a higher band if it's possible for you, so that you're climbing there. You know, yeah, to offer you more growth as well, and expansion in the in the career world.
Hmm.
So till tomorrow and next, I prefer NHS. At the end of the day, I did not regret going to NHS, and I did not leave care home because it was toxic. Because toxicity can be anywhere, it can be in the NHS, it can be in the care home. However, it's easier for you to lose your pain if you ask me that question. It's easier for you to lose your pain in the care home than the NHS, because in the care home there are limited nurses. There are limited nurses. There is no support. There is no support. For instance, in the NHS, when you have a fall, I mean, there are doctors to review the patient immediately. As an case, when it's only you, you're calling either 999 or 111, depending on the case. Before they will come, they will leave the woman on the floor there or the man on the floor there for how many hours before they will come. If anything happens, they'll still come and trace it back and start doing safeguarding and start saying, how did you not do this immediately? Oh, God. The care home, you do medication, you start counting. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and write, hey, by me, oh.
And you don't count medicines in the NHS.
I couldn't just what is this? Nursery school. You not start counting it. You know what I mean? So, even in a lot of things, but I still love my care home. I still love them. Shout out to my manager. I'm not gonna mention her name, but if she ever comes across this video, I'm giving it to her. She was a very good manager to me. I didn't leave because it was toxic. I left because it was time for me to, grow, to move on.
Hmm. Thank you. You were so much into. Thank you, Casey. Casey has
Oh,
got a lot
Casey,
of
thank you so
compliments to
much.
pass about
Amen.
you.
Amen.
Amen, 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 and amen. And I was saying that I've actually seen someone who moved straight. I mean, not just one person. I've seen people who moved straight from band 5 to 7 in this NHS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They jumped 6. In fact, these people that I've seen actually jumped within a year of coming from Nigeria.
Honestly, my
So it
friend, my
wasn't
friend
like
got
they
to
were
band six
waiting
almost
and
immediately. She's where is she again? I think she's in Portsmouth. She jumped to band six immediately. You know,
Southampton. And I've seen people coming from Nigeria, as tough as it is to get jobs, coming
you're
straight
getting
to
band
band
six
6
role for real,
roles.
for real. But somehow, for my type of person, I would love the band five role first.
Yeah, so that you can
You,
you master everything, so that nobody
ah,
is saying
nobody can
shit
push
when
you
you know.
anyhow. You know what I mean? You know your nitty gritties. For instance, I attended a shift. I think what shift was that? Which word was that again? I can't remember the word I went to. So this one was placed on lithium. You know, so the one was like looking very lethargic, I would say. You know, for a long time, and this man has been on lithium. I said, can we not just run a test on this man to check our lithium levels? I called doctor immediately, and then it was prescribed, and then I got the sticker, took her blood. This man was already running, she was already running high. Her lithium level was very, very high already. And she's already being toxic to, like, showing toxicity to lithium. In the care home, for no know waiting in be. For no. Uh-huh.
Hmm,
And that's how that woman would have showed toxicity and should have died.
hmm.
But it's a band five knowledge. So if I skip band five and go to band six, it's sweet. Like band six is sweet. It's a sweet role. Onto level. It's sweet. But I would like to know the nitty gritties of level five first. Then if I go to level six, because level six is more of a managerial role. You know. Uh-huh. So for me. I love the fact that I had to pass through band 5.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you very much. You came with your hands full. You had four big kids,
Mm-hmm.
and your spouse wasn't in with you. How did you survive those periods with your care home
Mm.
works?
So I'm this type of person that believes in teamwork. So my situation won't tally with so many other nurses' situations because their children might be very small. Okay, so I didn't need childcare. So they're all by themselves. I'm fine when I go to work. I come back to work. My children, they know how to cook. They prepare themselves to school. If I come back, they've already gone to school. I only have my other one that I just do more baby for, just
Hmm.
because of the fact that she's my last baby. you know. So, but it's teamwork. We are all hands on deck. And then my husband visits like once in a while, then goes back until our plan matures very well. So he can come and stay with us permanently. But then it is what it is for now.
Hmm.
We're managing, yeah. It's just because of the fact that they are grown, and then I integrated them into the house chores and cooking, and because that's how I can pull through. I can't come back from work and enter the kitchen and cook every day and bathe them and take them to school and come
Hmm.
back. We'll
Hmm.
do homework, and it is it is it is too much.
Hmm.
So I really bless God on that side. He really did it for me,
And
and I
thank you
thank God
for
for the
raising
for
them
the
well too. I think
yeah, I thank
raising
God for the
them
children He
well
blessed me with.
really has been
Yeah.
going a very long way. Thanks, Casey Jones. Casey Jones is all here, all out for you. Chisom. I think we need to special respect to you. She's here
Oh,
putting up
bless
her
you, Casey.
mind,
I wish I
dishing
could
out
meet you in person.
stuffs. Yeah, can see all those things.
Mhm. It's true. It's a very major adjustment for them to, accept you as well. So you need to go a little, above your limits to force yourself to break in that bond and show them that you're part of them, that you're not going to be like a snitch, kind
A
of like
threat
you're not going to
or
be
a
like a threat to
snitch.
them. Show them that you're coming to be part of them. You get what I mean? And it's by hard work. They will use you. They will use you. You know, they'll use you, but don't let your brain accept the word use.
Hmm.
Feed your brain with the word working to you're getting skill. You need to know what's going on.
So I just the word used to team. So
Yes,
okay, I'm part of the team.
I'm part of the team. You need to know what's going on. Any day I do personal care with them, I know what I'm going to. My handover is different because it's not personal. Because I saw it with my eye. It's not like a third party information anymore. It's me now. Do you get? There are things you notice immediately, you detect it. There are things you see immediately, you're handling it immediately because you saw it yourself. They might see it and forget to tell you. They want to tell you, but they forget to tell you. So because you're part of them, you're seeing it yourself and you're telling them. And then again, how we speak at work. So because we're Nigerians, our tone is a little different from their tone here. So at times our voice comes out a little bold
I
and
pitched.
loud pitched. So it's kind of sends a different kind of, a different communication to them, So when you're talking to them, or when you're trying to tell them to do things, don't sound bossy. Hello, go and do observations on this person. No. Can you please do me a favor? A massive favor. Like, can you do me a massive favor, please? Person be like,
And put
what?
adjectives.
You know? Can you do me a can you do me a massive favor, please? Person be like, what? Can you help me check a BM on bed 14, please? All right, thank you. Thank you so much. What can I do with that thing? We know stupid. She'll gladly do it or tell you, let me just finish this and do that. Person will be like, all right, fine, thank you very much. And they'll do it for you. But by the time you come and start, go and do this. It looks like you're you're being so authoritative and bossy, and they don't like bossy people. Even your manager is not bossy to you. Your manager is still
Yeah.
talking to you nicely. Like I want to say the word nicely. When we are saying ours, it doesn't mean we are not trying to be nice. It's just our way.
Yeah. It's
You
just
get? It's
that
just
way.
our way. It's just a Nigerian thing. I'm not blaming myself to be in Nigeria. I love my that I'm in Nigeria, but because I'm here, I need to now behave like them. Do you get?
Hmm.
Just like
Yeah.
I'm blending. If you see yourself in the room, behave like romance. That kind of thing. So the way we speak to them, always laugh. Chisom, she's no bother. They know. Because anything that takes away my smile, they come and tell me, "You're not smiling today. Is everything okay?" They know, you know, and they go out of your way to ask them as well. Go out of your way to ask them about you. Their children, they want to know. They like it makes the bonding easier. So when you're bonded with them, it's easier to flow. It's easier to even the patients benefit more when you're bonded with them because the shift will go smoothly. They'll be escalating things to you. That's what you want to know. It's them that knows that someone has not passed away for hours. It's not the nurse. So
Hmm.
the nurse will know. It's the carers that will know. And by the time if they don't tell you and they tell you by almost towards the end of the shift, you won't do it. And then the carers have already told you. They say they told the nurse. Nobody will not come and say they told you late. So why didn't you go and check in the midnight?
Hmm.
They always have a way to come back to the nurse. There is a way to come back. There is always a way to come back. But if those ones are by your side, they will tell you everything. Every single thing. They will tell you, be like, even the ones that sound stupid, be like, thank you very much. Just try and keep an eye on him for me, please.
Yeah.
Please. And then you laugh
Thank you.
like that.
Thank you. Thank you, Aisha Tajayi. Aisha have a very beautiful submission here. Like when we were talking about
Hi,
our pitch,
Aisha.
our tones, and all those things. Yeah, sounds bossy.
Yeah. It sounds bossy. So we don't really understand it, So it's not a good tick on our side and our ethnicity. It's not our fault, but we just need to tone down our voices. If I'm back home, not only I will look my children, don't understand my matter.
And I think we also need to be generous with appreciation. I don't know whether it works like that in the outside where I work,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we appreciate ourselves when you are finishing the day's work. Thank you for your hard work,
Thank you
and
so very much.
and I'll
Yeah,
be wondering
you
which
give
hard
them
work.
hugs. They look forward to your shift though. People can cancel shift because you're on shift. Do you know? They can cancel shift because it's this person. And then that shift will be hard for you because you'll be struggling with staff. They're not sending new staff that doesn't know the word. And you'll be struggling with everything. So it will be literally on you. Because you're trying to make the other person that came comfortable, and then the person doesn't. You're trying to show the person around and blend the person in, and trying to do your normal job. You're trying to coordinate the ward. You're trying to admit new patients. You're trying to so many things. So it goes a long way. Our
Hmm.
attitude at times causes some stress at work. It's our attitude. You're always towards the side of trying to free yourself. It's not that deep.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not
Thank
that
you
deep.
so much, Chisom. I believe people are taking home some beautiful ways of life to survive in the care homes around. You've seen it all, and you've really survived, and you survived well. And thank you
Mhm.
so much for the progress you've made so far. Thank you for everybody that joined us tonight. Hopefully, people are able to pick one or two things because it's been challenging hearing day in, day out how people feel they are being monitored, they are being pressurized, they are being.
Yes, and another thing that let me chip in something before I forget is speaking out. You need an African community. If you're an African, if you're Asian, whatever community you're from, you really need your roots. It helps. I know when I was struggling with English, eh, people like you even self, Mama. I remember those days. I'll be very depressed. I'll speak to people like you, peculiar. Don't give me
Zoe,
hope again. Yeah, don't give me
Sisi.
hope again. So being in forums helps. If you have issues surrounding your pain at work, speak out. It's only when you speak out that people will give you morale. You at times they might be the one victimizing you. You might not even know. Someone will be like, look at it and be like, no, this is wrong. This, do that. You get. So it's very,
You
very
should not
important
work in
to,
isolation and just
yes,
feel
please. You know how we're
this is
very,
not even
very
the place
secretive
to
in
make
Nigeria.
enemies from the
I don't
people
want
you
them
are
to know.
coming
I
from
don't want them to
Nigeria
know.
with.
Please, here, if you hide it, it's problem. Please, in the UK, problem solved is half shared. It's in this country that is working. That grammar is in this country that is working. In Nigeria, you can say problem shared has turned to gossip. In UK, problem shared is half solved. Because
Yeah, it
do you
is.
know why? The person that like they will offer you help, they offer you ways to, because information is wealth in this country. Information is wealth. They will offer you with information that you don't know exist, so that if you apply it, it will bring you out of that situation and you learn a whole lot of things from it as well. You see yourself, encouraging other people because of your own
Yeah.
experience.
Even if you are
Please.
beefing yourself so far, you need help. People will still come around and help, drop their help, and
Yeah, so please guys, let's speak out. Okay, last we go do all right.
yes, we go there all
God did
right
not
by
bring us
God's
this far to
grace.
come and leave us. Lie,
By
they work
God's
like
grace.
that.
We don't want pains being lost here and there and all that. So you've highlighted series of things to do. Being hardworking possibly takes the lead after praying to God. Then being part of the team, you said that communicating and being
Finding
open.
your route.
Yeah. So belonging, then going out, mingling with co-workers, all these things are the things that really help our people to survive. And if you are getting consistently out of your debt, then it might really be the time to move
Yeah.
and go and meet people. Even in the NHS too, there are areas you have to move. I knew I worked somewhere before. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, the moment COVID came, they were looking for volunteers. As bad as COVID was, and people did not want to go to COVID ward that time, I volunteered to go to COVID ward.
COVID,
And I
imagine.
must say that it was one of the best areas I've worked. The kind of
Mm-hmm. And they will
collaboration, the
note
kind
it.
of
If you
support.
need favor, they will reciprocate. They'll do it for you. And
Yeah.
they did my first card. It was my care home that. Did I tell you that? My
Yeah,
first
you
card was
said
my
you
care
on
home that gave me
that other
money.
interview.
My care home bought my first car for me. They not like free. They lended me money, and it's not something they do for every other staff. They gave me money and I bought my first car. So they have a way of reciprocating gestures. Those things you're doing, you think they're using you for. When you need something, say it. They listen. When it's your case, or people don't do, God, please let them favor me. Or people don't do those things. So. Or they are realistic and practical. If you're giving them, they give you. If they use, let me see that word, using, when you feel like you're being used, just don't not to bring in sense. At times, just let it go. Let them use you. You get why?
Thank you very much, Chisom. We are glad you were here or you've been here. People at home, thank you for coming around. Do we have questions? Thank you, Kemi, for your support from the beginning to almost the end. Aishat, we appreciate your presence and your contributions. Casey Jones, your contributions were point on. Thank you, everybody, for coming around. Hopefully, we circulate this and let things go around to our people. Now that you've possibly maybe seen it all or something, if we have someone who is struggling in the care home, will you be glad if we signpost them to you?
I
Chisom.
don't mind. Ha. It's not people that help me out. I don't mind.
All right.
If
Thank
anybody is
you. So
struggling and if it's in an area I can help, I don't mind though. Because it's in helping people. In fact, at times you wonder how you're even pulling through. I think it's in this ministry of helping out because, this is a ministry of,
it
eh?
is.
That even when you're struggling, that people even don't know how at times they ask me that question, how do you do it? Managing your social life, marriage life, family. work. How? Be like, myself, I don't know.
You
I
don't know.
prioritize. I tell
Hmm.
myself, any little time that I get like this party, I dey go dance, I dey go eat food.
You dey go dance. And you bought yourself 2023 this year. Next year, are you planning to buy another jet for 2024?
No, no. I dey mad.
Ah,
They use and do me. They don't use and swear for me, I beg. I will look for
actually,
another
I have a
thing,
big
God
brother that
willing.
used to change his cars every year. Then in Nigeria, every year, new car, new car, new
Nah, no, they don't use and swear for me. I go drive this one to till I'm very satisfied. I go use them well. Then looking for other things. For me, I'm not the type of person that makes New Year resolutions. I'm not the type that believes in those kind of things. In the coming 2024, this and this will happen. No, I take life one day at a time.
one day at a time.
Yeah. So that song was released. Whoever sang that song, the person sang that song solely for me.
Dolly Parton and yeah, I
Yeah.
think I know Dolly Parton sang it sometimes. Maybe some
Yeah.
people
So
did
that one day
before.
at a time, it is me. So the one I can do, like when I bought my car, I never planned it. I never planned it. I woke up one morning and felt like it is today. I'm going to buy this car. That is how I can be. And God will just put the interest in me so much. And I went out for it. Well, I went and got it and sold the other one. So I don't what I'm going to do in 2024, not outlined yet. As long as there is life, there is
Yes.
hope, and we'll keep moving. We'll keep crossing the bridge each time we get there, as long as God is with us. So hopefully we I don't know whether you enjoy this show, because me I enjoy this platform.
We do. I believe we do. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Hopefully, in the nearest future, we'll be seeing you as a band 8, C, or 9,
Hey.
something else in the NHS if you choose to stay in the UK. But we are aware that many of you are running off to the USA. Thank you. Keep
We are still
yeah,
here
but
for now.
anywhere you are, we believe you keep the flag flying. Thank you
Yeah,
very much. Thank you,
thank you.
Kemi Zola, Oluwakemi.
Thank
You're
you.
always my
Thank you.
cheerleader. Thank you, Chisom. Thank you, every family members. Though we don't know their name, we appreciate you. Thank you for not losing faith in us. We were to come around at 8 p.m. UK time, and I don't know how I managed to sleep off. I slept off, and my family members did not wake me up. I was surprised that Chisom could still pull this because she had to go and pick her kiddies from work here and there, crossing state to state, and yeah, commitment. Thank you so much for being a good representative of the nurses that the season like this I've been waiting for. Casey Jones, thanks for being here. We appreciate your comments. Kemi, thank you so much for your support. Aisha Ajayi, we are very grateful. And I wish us a very nice night's rest. Chisom, thank
Yes,
you.
so
Huggy, he hug to
yes,
you.
so
Have a good sleep. Thanks,
you too.
everybody. Keep flying, Aya. Stay
Bye.
safe at work.
You too,
Bye.
darling. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. See you.